Welcome back to the Lounge. I'm Daddy Brad.
And I'm Daddy Clay. This week, the Lounge is brought to you by Baby Bands, amazing sun protection for your little ones, Baby Bands. This week, we're talking a little bit about privacy, online, parenting conversations, and sharing information about you and your parenthood online. There's a lot of bloggers out there, there's a lot of people participating in conversations out there about parenting. Is it cool to share information about your kids, pictures, whatever, online?
You know, obviously, I do that now. I'll share pictures and personal stories about what happens every day at the house, you know, funny, interesting things. And I feel comfortable doing that, especially at DadLabs.
How do you have that conversation without sharing the particulars of your own experience, without talking about your own kids? And I worry that, that I don't have their permission. And I think a lot of bloggers think, well, I can't ask my 2-year-old if it's okay if I write about her potty training.
You don't need permission. It's your decision.
Well, I mean, you
feed her, don't you?
What happens when she's a teenager and she comes with you with this huge rage? Over 1 million people were with me in the bathroom when I was learning to crap for the first time, and you talked about wiping my butt online. I mean, is that a legitimate grievance?
Oh no, dude. You're gonna embarrass her so much just by being your big ass goofy self anyway. I don't think I'm giving out any information that's gonna embarrass them that every other child hasn't.
Do you think it's different to share images than it is to write stories?
Somewhat. I think you should be a little careful with the kind of images you share, but I think sharing, photos that are fairly generic.
It boils down to like pervs. It's like pervs, right?
Yeah,
so what it boils down to is, are you worried about pervs looking at pictures of your kids online?
Yeah, a little bit. That's a touchy one. But that's why I say I kind of like to figure out where I am doing this.
But you run into pervs at the playground. You can't live like, hold up, I'm not gonna tell anybody anything about my life. You miss the opportunity to participate in a community, to have the conversation with the people that are online all over the world about parenting, to talk about your kids, to share your kid. I mean, you miss out on that if you're gonna say, okay, I'm so afraid of these pervs out there, I'm not gonna put any pictures, I'm not gonna write about their experience, and for me, it's like letting the pervs win. Okay, perv, you scared me because you little pervy self is out there looking at pictures on the web, therefore I can't participate in community. I think it's an outrage. I will not be intimidated by you pervs into not sharing my experience.
I agree with you, but just be cognizant about the type of picture you're putting up there and the story you tell. There's some pictures that are appropriate for the family photo album, and then there's some pictures that are appropriate for the web.
But we also are, obviously we're in favor of this because we've created a community at DadLabs.com. You can share videos, you can share pictures, you can share stories, you can create blogs, participate in discussions, share as much as you want to or as little as you want to. So obviously we believe there's value in that. We're gonna do our very best to make sure, and I'm on there every day, all the time. If it seems like there's activity that's suspicious, we're gonna ban that person.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make sure that it's a safe place to have that conversation. So we encourage you to come on to DadLabs.com, go to the community, create a profile, start a conversation, share photographs, look at other people's photographs and comment on them. That's the whole reason behind DadLabs. We want to have this conversation.
Absolutely.
So I don't think we can be too afraid of it.
No. Join the crib.
So come on in, create a profile. I'll tell you what, we're going to give away some prizes. We got these great kits that come from Baby Bands. In these babies, you got a great pair of these cute little sunglasses with a strap that keep the kids from taking these sunglasses off. There's a hat, there's some sunscreen in there. We're going to give these kits to folks that join in the conversation. I'm going to start a forum thread there all about what you feel comfortable sharing online, and join that conversation. Those people will be registered for some of these great prizes.
Absolutely.
All right, I think that's all for us this week in the Lounge.